You again. Here to buy something this time?
I saw your son at Hermes' shrine.
Origin? You did? Did you see him make the devotion? There you are, you cow-eyed loafer. This good man was about to tell me what you've been up to.
Peace, Mom. Of course he is. I'm sure he just came by to thank me for the favor I did him. Isn't that right, friend?
I found your son gambling away the devotion.
You rotten, good-for-nothing, senseless...
How's that for gratitude?
You may be used to lying to this poor woman, but I'm not. Consider it a favor, Origin. Time you changed your habits.
Ungrateful, heartless cur! You villain!
Mother, please!
Don't you mother me, you witless mushroom! I'll take that coin out of your lazy hide!
Where'd you rather be? Lugging crate? People are still talking about that match with Achilles. I knew you had the heart of a gladiator.
I'm here to sign up for the tournament.
What? You'd fight for the fist of Ares? Are you sure that's wise, sir?
Jazon of Jolkos. Mark it on your roster.
As you say. Patroclus will be very surprised at this news.
I bet he will. Shall we head straight for the arena?
Yes, to the arena.
Here we are again. Eh, Jazon?
For the last time, I hope. No offense. Daedalus, there's an agent of King Minos here on Mycenae.
Good.
You know.
He's time.
The Argo.
There wouldn't happen to be room aboard for a forge, would there?
I'd be honored to count you.
It is indeed. A moving workshop.
First,
There's
There's a bigger concern. We found black tongues on Mycenae. They were smuggled aboard the Ionian ship. They planned to kill Lycomedes during this tournament.
During the tournament?
The Argonauts will be watching the crowd. Can I rely on you to help me keep an eye on Patroclus and Dokkan?
Of course. What do you need to know about the tournament?
Do you know what weapons I'll be using?
This isn't a trial, so you can use whatever you like. Patroclus has devised 3 rounds. He's calling the first 2 elimination rounds. My guess is he hopes to finish you off and avoid a direct confrontation between you and Dokkan.
Has Patroclus set the first match?
Yes. He'll call upon his bestiary in the first 2 rounds. He's got his pens under tight lock and key. Won't even let me know what he's got planned. Don't expect to see humans in your first match. Speaking of, are you ready to start?
The Argonauts are in place outside. Let's see what he has in store for me.
Very well. I'll inform Patroclus.
In far-off Saria, in the depths of the steamy wild, live a band of murderous savages, fearsome and reviled. A pagan throng of man-eaters who fight with cunning guile. For proof, just ask the men they've butchered, or the women whom they've defiled. Citizens of Mycenae, I give to you King Jason's first test! I give to you Satan's! By the will of Ares, begin! What a thrilling match! The Jolkos King has passed his first test! Can the Ionian match in step for step? Do not leave your seats, citizens! You'll not want to miss what's next!
Jason, attend closely. Asclepius thinks Patroclus might resort to dirty tactics this next fight. You should speak with him, but perhaps I can help even the odds. Not long ago, Patroclus agreed to fund a number of my more experimental projects. This sword was an interesting byproduct of an attempt to create a new alloy using iron and coal.
Byproduct? I take it your experiment didn't work.
Didn't work? I hold a sword stronger and sharper than any the world has seen, and he says it didn't work.
I'll be back.
Jason, a word with you. Be careful this next match. Patroclus was by earlier. He had me prepare a toxin. Said it was to pacify the beasts he brought in, but I doubt that. I've let Daedalus know. I'm worried, Jason. Patroclus is not to be trusted.
So I've learned. Thank you for the warning, Asclepius.
May Apollo protect you.
What can you tell me about the next round?
Something's afoot. All I've heard is you'll face a single Minotaur. I know Patroclus's wranglers have found a particularly nasty specimen, but I have to think there's more to it. I'd be ready for surprises, Jason.
Let's go spring Patroclus's trap.
Then I'll inform that snake we're ready to begin.
Attention, citizens of Mycenae! The Tournament of Champions continues! Shall we up the stakes? 3 fiends to shake the very foundations of this arena! Will this finally be enough to stop King Jazon?
It better be.
Men and women of Mycenae, I give you the Minotaurs! By the will of Ares, begin! How did he overcome them? What a tremendous performance! It appears our final match is set. Jason versus Dokkan! Jolkos versus Ionia! A finale to end all finales! A fight that the gods themselves will be watching!
Easy, Jazon, easy. Patroclus released a poison through the trapdoors when the Minotaurs came out. Those brutes wouldn't feel it, but you certainly did. How you managed to keep fighting is beyond all comprehension.
Thank you, Asclepius. If it wasn't for your aid, I wouldn't have made it this far.
Jazon, in all my years, I've been a neutral observer to the carnage that plays out here. If I've hoped for anything, it was for quick deaths and light wounds. I never thought I'd say this, but now I hope for your victory.
That cheating bastard Patroclus. Thank the gods for Asclepius.
He can't avoid a showdown any longer. Only Dokkan remains.
This is it then. If the Black Tongues are going to make their move, it'll be during this match.
Make for the Argo once it starts, Daedalus. You should be able to slip away unnoticed.
But you may need me here.
The strike will come from the stands or from Dokkan himself. You can't help either way. If we're going to get you on the Argo without King Minos' man noticing, this is our chance.
You're right. Very well. Are you ready then?
Yes. Lycomedes must not fall.
I'll let Patroclus know, and then I'll slip away. Be careful, Jazon. And may the gods be with you.
Attention, citizens of Mycenae! The final match of the Tournament of Champions is about to begin! And now, my friends, what more can I say? The words elude! A silver tongue does not suffice. No, one would need a tongue of the finest gold to do this moment justice. So I ask you to look down upon these men who will fight before us! Jazon, King of Jolkos! Dokkan, Champion of Ionia! Two warriors! Man against man!
Achilles?
Lycomedes! Lycomedes! Are you not still king of this land? Do the people of Greece ignore the rules of battle? Get up, old king! Tell this rabble their pet must return to his cage! The people do not serve me, who holds the fist of Ares. He who holds the fist of Ares serves the people, and they have spoken! Achilles, fight! Then you will all die! Black tongue in my arena?
Achilles, are you with me?
Let's show this filthy Ionian how champions truly fight!
May Ares guide your hand, champion of Mycenae.
May Ares smile upon you, King of Jolkos.
Jazon! For Hecate!
I believe in you, Jazon.
The time is now, Jazon. Are you ready?
Yes.
Attention! Like a me! Like a I to get!
A black tongue? Let's show this filthy idol.
Jazon, you forgive an old fool. Twice now I have wronged you without cause. You need the blood of Ares? I offer you every drop I have, my son.
Achilles, what are you doing here?
It's your lucky day, Jazon. I've decided to join in your journey.
Your spear would be welcome, Achilles. But do you know what we seek?
The Golden Fleece. Glory enough to share, I think.
If that's what you're after, you'll get your fill before we're through. I promise you that.
I'll hold you to it. How many winches do you have aboard? Please tell me you've got more than this little wood nymph.
Ichi, unkanye hoktakuni.
You should get that looked at. What about your wine, Jason? I trust your stores are ample?
Welcome aboard, Achilles. Argonauts, to the ship.
Jason, I want to talk to you. The Fist of Ares has been in my family since the chariot rider himself bestowed it to us. To think I almost gave it away as a tournament prize. What a fool I was. What I should have done was give it to you the moment you arrived on Mycenae. Better late than never.
The Fist of Ares belongs with the King of Mycenae.
As I said, it belongs in my family. Alcime is my only child. It would pass to her son, to your son. Keep it for him, and when he is of age, tell him how you won it in a tournament.
The king, the arena fighter, and the smith. All three have joined his crew.
Why do people flock to him and his fool's quest? Leave us! My dear, what are we going to do with your husband? Of course, I should have killed you when you were just a girl, running through the palace. You were always such a pretty girl. The dear old brother, Jason's father, didn't trust me, sent me away. And Lycomedes had his armies looking in every bush in Greece for black tongues. No, the time wasn't right. But now, my dear, your husband is not going to find the fleece. But even if he does, there won't be an Alcime left to use it on. Damn you, Jason!
Yes?
We've put Mycenae behind us. King Lycomedes has joined us. The warrior Achilles and the smith Daedalus are with us too.
Lycomedes. There was a time that name filled me with hatred. All the Black Tongues cursed him for his ruthlessness. Now, I think I'd like to thank him.
I can bring him here.
No, not yet. That might prove an unstable meeting.
This is a proud ship you have here, Jason. Sturdy, strong.
I have Master Argos to thank for it.
If I had a ship like this, those 10 years hunting the Black Tongues would have been a lot more enjoyable.
What do you think of Achilles?
A great warrior, though sometimes he fights for the wrong reasons. I will not fault a man who fights for pride. That is strong. That is what Ares would do. But to fight for vanity is something else. He'll figure it out one day, and he'll be stronger for it. I have a feeling this voyage will do him good.
Tell me of the time you went against the Black Tongues.
Their assassins had come for Alcime when she was a babe. Ares warned me to the threat, and we thwarted the attempt. I was furious and decided, rather than cower waiting for another strike, I would take the fight to them. I had my spies make a list of every known black tongue in Greece. Then I began crossing names off that list. I left trails of Hecate blood across most of Greece, Persia, and parts of Egypt. We didn't stop until no more names were left. But it seems our list was incomplete. I should have known. Those adders were skilled at hiding in dark holes.
Let me know if you require anything. I take my leave.
It feels good to be out in the world again. A rush of sea air and the company of...
Tell me of the time...
Their assassins had... Ares... Then I began... I should have known.
Let...
It feels good to be out in the world again. I was furious and decided I had my... Then I should have known. Those adders.
Let me know if you...
It feels good to be out in the world again.
Tell me if...
I should have known. Those adders.
Let me know...
Adventurers and travelers, athletes and thieves, speakers and poets, merchants and liars, dreamers and spirits, gamblers and tricksters, messengers and politicians, shepherds and cowherds, weighers and measurers. All of these look to Hermes, and he looks to all of them. I once asked Hermes, why does he command so many followers from such varied pursuits of life?
And what was his answer?
He replied, a diverse company makes the best feast, does it not?
That's all for now, Lycus. Thank you.
Jason, I've been thinking about that armor I made for your arena trial. Patroclus made me rush to throw something together. It served its purpose then, but I didn't get to finish it the way I would have liked to. Now that I have some time, I'd like to scratch that itch.
What do you have in mind?
There are two things I could do. First, I could add some additional plating and improve the flexibility of the joints. This would increase the armor's defensive properties and should allow you to swing your weapons more powerfully. The other thing I could do would be to improve upon its existing unique ability. When you strike down your enemies in battle, you will feel a rush of exhilaration and stamina. I could double this effect, I think. So, how would you like me to finish your armor?
Increase its existing properties.
As you wish. This will just take a moment. There. Now that is something I can be proud of.
Your skill never ceases to impress, Daedalus. How can I thank you?
You've done more than enough for me, Jason. Consider this a sign of my gratitude for taking me aboard the Argo. May it serve you well. Argos is a genius. He's been showing me some of his craft. The self-working oars, the very latest in Egyptian instrumentation. With his help, we've already installed a small forge.
I knew you two would get along.
We've been discussing some collaborative projects. I believe there's a way to increase the mechanical advantage of his pulley system.
I'm glad to hear it.
I've charted our course to Kithra. Shall I let her loose?
I'll tell you in a bit, Argos.
I still don't understand these coins. Why not just barter?
In the cities of men, great numbers live together. Coins simplify all manner of trades.
But with more people, wouldn't it be easier to find an equal match?
Not always. Bartering is inefficient. Great numbers magnify that inefficiency. Coins provide an accepted value for all people and all trades.
And what if one day the accepted value is no longer accepted? What good are a handful of metal discs then? No, I'd rather have a haunch of meat than a bit of silver, I think. I can't say I'm sad to leave Mycenae behind us. I don't think city life is right for me.
They will be singing your name on Mycenae for generations. An innocent man who overcame an unjust charge. A hero of the arena. The savior of the king.
That's all for now, Pan. Thank you.
Roasted lamb. On the spit. With fresh bread.
Bowl of bean soup with olives and vinegar.
A stew of pork. With figs and cheese.
No, eels. Grilled eels with oil and herbs.
Oh, yes! Eels it is! But what will we have to drink? I say, Lesbos wine with honey.
You torture me, Achilles. What I'd give for a bowl of fresh goat's milk.
Jason, we've decided on our dinner. Inform Argos we shall have fresh eels with Lesbos wine to drink.
I will tell him straight away. Though I would not be surprised if your eels resembled barley gruel and your wine seemed a bit watered down.
Can water be watered down?
I'd settle for water wined down at this point. Leaving will be difficult.
You'll miss Mycenae?
Oh, not difficult for me. For my adoring followers. Who will they cheer for now?
The arena will go on. 2 men will fight, 1 will win. That's who they'll cheer for next. I'm sure they'll find some way to soldier on.
I suppose. You know, it's the children I worry about. Their hero, sailing away.
So, Achilles, what's your story?
You're a king and a chronicler, are you? Very well. My father was Peleus, ruler of Aegina and commander of the Myrmidons. My mother was the seaman Thetis. Besides their one night of passion, they never really got on. My mother bore me on the shores of Mycenae and then returned to the sea.
Who raised you?
I was taken in by a soldier, but I barely knew him. He went off to fight in Lycomedes' crusade and never returned.
Who taught you how to fight, then?
The gladiators. At first I learned by watching, then by doing. By 15, there wasn't a gladiator in Patroclus' stable who could beat me.
I'm sure Patroclus took notice of that.
The man knew talent. I'll give him that. He got me to sign a contract to fight for him. One that ended conveniently enough when he died.
He forced you to sign?
No. The wine and the women forced me to sign. Mostly the women. Eventually, I tired of settling accounts with him, so I made him a deal. I got him to agree to a private room and all the food and wine I could consume. Then, I made him promise me a new woman for every man I killed in his arena. He had no idea what he was getting himself into. Ha!
How did you become champion of Mycenae?
The champion before me was an Ethiop named Joppa. Now, Joppa was a giant of a man. Not bad, but a bit long in the tooth. I liked him, though. Night before the fight, I went to him and said, Joppa, we both know I'm gonna win tomorrow. But because I like you, I'm not gonna kill you.
How'd he take the news?
I'll never forget it. He said, you kill me, or I kill you. Either way, the crowd will cheer. And they did.
And have you always favored a spear?
I used to fight with 2 swords. After word spread about my wondrous ability, the other fighters began to wear more and more armor. I'd enter the arena and see men cowering behind shields as big as stable doors. The spear makes it easier to pry open clams, like that. Plus, I get less blood on me striking from a distance.
And the spear you carry now?
Ah, this spear. I had this spear made for me by a master smith of Lemnos. After watching several matches, he realized that my skill was so astounding, my spear would need 2 heads to keep up.
That's all for now, Achilles.
You won the hearts of an entire island, Jason. Must feel good.
Those are Alcime's people. So in a way, they're my people too. I can't have them thinking their princess made a bad choice of husbands.
I think you proved that. After all, she picked an arena champion.
I've charted our course to Kithra. Shall I let her loose?
Make good time. As fast as she can go.
There are secrets buried on Kithra that we would rather not have unearthed. Send some men. Have them seek a way inside the temple. If it's still sealed, then let them lie in wait for Jason when he arrives.